Good morning. So, something a little bit different from the usual hiking adventure. I woke up at the top of a tree. Why did I wake up at the top of a tree? Well, we came here for a very special reason, that being to meet an incredible animal by the name of Jessica. And Jessica just so happens to be a hippo. So it's quite interesting because hippos are very well renowned for being aggressive and extremely deadly animals. But Jessica is a friendly hippo. I'm not going to explain too much now. We will be interviewing Tonie a little bit later. But Jessica's situation is very unique in that she was orphaned as a baby and was hand-reared. Although she is a wild hippo and she lives free, she can roam wherever she wants, whenever she wants. She is very loyal to the person who hand-reared her, but it's very interesting because where do you get the opportunity of getting up close and personal with hippos? So I will take you to meet Jessica in a little bit, but in the meantime just admire where I woke up. So I will allow Tonie to explain a little bit more of the background regarding Jessica later on, but join me on this adventure. Planning on visiting Jessica the Hippo? Why not make it more than just a quick stop and stay overnight for a real adventure? For groups of up to 9 people, the Treehouse Complex is perfect for family and friends. Otherwise, there's also the chalet, offering a cozy stay for up to 3. For more info, check out the link in the description. You won't regret it.
Off to look at the hippo.
So gentle.
Today she's 24 years and 7 months old. She was 1,800 kilos. What is special about her is that she is free. I do not believe to have animals in captivity. So if you want to go to Kruger Park, they can leave. This is the Brother River. So always keep on coming back to staying here. They still by the brand at night. This made Jessica world famous. And up to date, there are now 110 documentaries on them. Then I save another one. His name is Sian. My language is Afrikaans. Sian means boy or son. He was born 27 January 2012. He also lose a mother with a flood. I found him at 22 kilograms, 2 hours old. Today 12 years, 8 months old, with 900 kilos. He's just like Jess, also living free with the other hippos. But you also come to the house on the veranda as well. He also mentioned that being 10 years old, that she should have a baby that year. I told him it is not true, so I explained that female hippo becomes sexually mature by the size, not by the age.
Morning everybody. We are here with a very, very special gentleman. His name is Tonie, and he has a wonderful lady living on his property named Jessica. And so we're just going to ask him a few questions about Jessica.
Good morning everybody. Yeah.
Tonie, how old was Jessica when you found her?
I was born on the 11th of March 2000. During a major flood, she lost her mother. I picked up in front of the house here, weighing only 16 kilos, a couple hours old.
That must have been quite a challenge, finding this little baby and having to now care for it and feed it.
No, it wasn't a problem. I've been game ranging for 45 years. I've saved many orphaned animals. And I do not believe to have them in captivity. I raise more free roaming. So as they become older, they stay away longer and longer. Eventually, they do not come back. She was the first hippo I saved. The first animal just keep on coming back. She was 24 years and 7 months old. She was 1.8 tons.
Wow.
And she's completely free. This is the Blyder River. It's up into the Kruger Park with people migrating from Kruger Park. She's interacting with them. But out of own free will, every night she comes to the house, sleep on the veranda on a blanket.
So she identifies with you, so you are family to her.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you have a morning routine with her, so she comes to the house.
Well, at 7 in the morning, I commence there by the raft, giving them their morning tea. She has 20 liters of rooibos tea a day.
20 litres.
And then C and the other one, in my language, Afrikaans means boy or son.
Yes.
He was born 27 January 2012. He also lost his mother. I find him at 22 kilogram, a couple hours old. So today, 12 years and 8 months old, 900 kilos. And he get his tea as well in the morning there as well.
So
And they both sleep on the veranda.
So they have a bit of a rooibos tea addiction now.
Yes.
Very spoiled hippos.
And you found that Jessica accepted Sian quite easily? Or was there a bit of competition?
No, the first 3 years, the 4 years, Sian couldn't go to the river because of the crocodiles and the other wild hippos that come here. So a little enclosure here, actually just behind me was a little pool for him.
Okay.
But then when he could fend for himself more or less, it returned to the river. They could got along very well.
So at what age did you let her go down to the river? How old was she?
Jessica.
Jessica.
Well, with Jessica, when I had our lunch, I would, after about more than a year. But when I took her down, I'd make certain there's no crocodiles in the river. They go into the water with her, come back and so on.
That's very special.
So you taught her the things that she needed to know? Or was it instinct?
Yeah, it's instinct from their part, yeah.
It's instinct from
Yeah.
their part.
I don't believe in training these animals. I don't believe in calling them, controlling them. I respect their freedom. It's by own free will and choice that they're still staying here. When tourists come here, they want to go there, it's their choice.
But you know, having said that, I have noticed that they know their names and they recognize your voice. They are
Yeah,
very, very attentive to your voice.
they are super intelligent. They are related to the dolphin and the whale.
Oh, really?
And I regard them as even being more intelligent than an elephant.
That's quite incredible.
Yeah. They don't kill the most people. They're not the most dangerous, by far not.
So now what happens if crocodiles come up here? Do the hippos chase them or do they get out of the
Crocs
water?
and hippos live in harmony more or less together. But like now with her baby, Luku. So Luku is a male, he's now 7 months old. Would advance towards him, he will attack.
So that protective instinct kicks in immediately.
Yeah. About 12 years ago, one morning my wife and myself were swimming with her in the river at the deep end. Now frequently when we swim with her in the river, we have a wild croc or a croc or a wild hippo here. We don't mind, we're not afraid. She protects us. And there's one morning this croc about 3 meters long, standing in water up to Shirley's neck. And this croc swam towards us. Jessica was between us and the croc, so we didn't mind at all. Got about 4 meters and Jessica had enough, she chased him away. And he came back again, chased him away 3 times. The 4th time he came back, she killed it. Right in front of us, yeah.
Wow. So she was not going to tolerate any threat
She's
towards
super
her family.
protective, yeah.
It's quite incredible. It is. You had some interesting experiences, I'm sure, with having the hippos here.
Yeah, I had a very full life in general.
It's amazing.
It is quite amazing, and they're very calm. You know, it's not often that one gets the opportunity to interact with wild hippos.
Nowhere on earth, only here.
Yeah. You know, we've had an experience, you know, in Botswana, we were driving and there was a hippo that had got out of the water. In fact, you know, we were sort of driving and then we noticed the hippo, and the hippo actually chased us in the car. Yeah, they say that there are more people killed by hippos.
That's not true.
It's not true. So it's only if they feel threatened that they will attack.
Most people are killed by animals.
Yeah.
I would say 99% of the cases, you blame the human, not the animal. People doing the wrong things.
Stupidity.
Stupidity, yes.
Yeah.
My 45 years, I only had to investigate 5 cases of people killed by hippo. 4 were poachers. It was a bargain. And then another person, and all 5 cases was another hippo's fault. So we left them alone. In the same period, especially Zambia and Zimbabwe, hundreds were killed by elephants and lions. You had to go and put down. One lion even became a man-eater. Go to the villages at night, break the door down, take a guy. Very crafty. It took me six months to find him. Somehow I shot him and killed him, eaten 67 people. So hippos don't come close to that.
Yeah. So it's really man's stupidity.
Yes.
Suppose, you know, people see animals in zoos and they see documentaries and that, and you know, they become a little bit blasé, I think. And you know, certainly, you know, with I think people that travel a lot in these parks and that, sometimes they take unnecessary risks.
Crazy stuff. I've heard of people in the park here, overseas tourists. A lioness with the cubs walking over the road. This lady got out to pick up the little cub.
No.
People were shouting at her, and she saw the lioness coming for her. As she closed the car door, the lion slammed the door, bent it like a banana. Lots of funny things happen in the Kruger Park.
But I think that's mainly tourists.
Absolutely overseas tourists. I mean, I think it's just tame animals or something. I don't know what they are.
Yeah. We also had an incident where we had an Israeli with us many years ago. We were in the Kruger Park and there was a herd of elephants with their babies crossing the road in front of us. And this guy got out of the car and wanted to go and pose with the elephants.
That's crazy.
I think it's wonderful, you know, that people have the opportunity of coming and interacting with Jessica. No?
Getting to know more about hippos in general. Yeah.
Yes, you know, be educated about their behaviour.
Yeah.
And you know, just be able to interact and to feed them. And no, you can't cuddle them, but you can certainly feed them with a bottle and stroke their nose. And so it's a wonderful experience for anybody who wants to come and visit.
Very unique. Very
She's got
unique.
millions of followers, millions
of followers.
across the world.
Well, hopefully we'll get some more followers with this little YouTube
Let's see what happens.
chat. And Bill, maybe you'd like to just show them Jessica eating here, having her breakfast.
I would have a big breakfast as well.
Me with Jessica.
She has her face full of her breakfast. You can see that this is your life. You have
it's a
such
passion.
love.
No, this is my love.
Animals.
Oh, man. I prefer animals to humans. Definitely.
You know what you're going to get. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us.
We appreciate it.
And we hope that anybody viewing the channel will make an effort to come and visit
Jessica.
and, you know, to introduce yourselves to Tonie, come and meet Jessica and Sian and Luku. They are well worth the trip.
So post meeting Jessica, what really struck me is just how relaxed they are. Like, that was just really amazing just to see how content and happy and relaxed they were. So that was really interesting. That was very cool. And then something to just keep in mind is that these hippos are obviously an exception to the concept of approaching wild animals, so it's definitely very unique in that. So I wouldn't recommend that you go out and try to touch a hippo. It wouldn't end well, I can tell you that much. But I would highly recommend coming to meet Jessica and the other two hippos here, the little baby and Sian. So it's definitely a really awesome experience. I would highly recommend it, and it's just so interesting learning a little bit more about hippos. They are truly such incredible creatures.
Good morning, breakfast is ready.
Service with a smile.
Yes.
So what was your experience?
I thought it was awesome. I think it's very special to be able to interact with hippos. It's not something, I don't think there's anywhere else in the world that one can do something like this. It just makes one realize how thoughtful God was when He created all these animals, especially when you see the intelligence in their eyes and the love they have for their human carers.
And what was your first impression?
This morning or last night?
This morning?
This morning. I think my first impression was one of admiration for the way that Tonie has raised these hippos. And, most people would try and humanize them. And yet he's completely respectful of them, and he gives them the freedom to choose whether they want to stay or whether they want to join a wild pod of hippos. So my impression is a good one.
Yeah, and not very often that you get to interact with non-captive wild animals like that. Animals are free to go wherever they want, however they want, whenever they want, if they want.
And they are still wild. Even though they've been hand-raised, they are still wild. One still has to be respectful of them.
As we left Jessica the Hippo behind and drove along the panorama route in Blind River Canyon, I couldn't help but wonder what lay below those canyon walls. But life had other plans, and little did I know that just a few months later I would be back exploring the canyon. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to follow along on the adventures.